Oh, is this what hockey feels like? This is what hockey enjoyment feels like when your team is actually playing well? You've not checked Twitter, have you? No, why would I check Twitter? Just do it. Alright, let's see what Twitter has to... Ah! What's up, guys? It is I, the Finnish magician. We have a slight draft in a hurricane. Metzgerello is a Minnesota Wild. No, it's on! The Minnesota Wild went to Buffalo, won 3-0. Everything was perfect. It was our best game of the season. Well, almost perfect, because then disaster strikes when Matt Dumba gets hurt, which is PTSD inducing for Minnesota Wild fans. Let's go over to that eventually. For now, let's go with the good things. Our start of the period was brilliant. Instead of like what we've done the past few games, go behind 2-0, we get in front 2-0. 2 goals by Parise. It was a game that was kind of reminiscent of the team we had 3 years ago. Good plays, and Zach Parise scoring a goal for us, so that was a good time. The first one comes after he takes a penalty, which usually doesn't sound like a way to score goals, but when you kill the penalty off really well, which I think Minnesota did, they played a really sound, structured defensive game. Stala was good in front of the net, we killed it off. In cahoots with Zach Parise, Eriksson Ek gets the puck after Zach Parise has been released from the box. Loves to have a 2-on-1. Great feed from Eriksson Ek. And 12 minutes into the game, Zach Parise makes it 1-0. We scored the first goal, which is something we haven't done in I don't know how many games. I haven't bothered to check the stats because I've got limited time for this. Second shot comes from Ryan Suter on the power play. He throws it in front. Zach Parise is not even slightly being covered, which is strange considering he has a pedigree of scoring those types of goals in front of the net. The most easy deflection I think Zach Parise will ever get. Easily deflected past Linus Ullmark, who has no chance in that situation. And it's 2-0 Minnesota. Now, Minnesota fans will know this better than anyone because we've been managed to get back into games where we shouldn't have while being down 2-0, 3-0, which is just takes one goal. So what Minnesota did was in the second period play smart, defensively structured, frustrate the Buffalo Sabers to no end. Best illustrated when Jack Eichel decided to fight Eriksson Ek out of a nothing hit, which I still don't know what Jack Eichel wanted out of that. He probably wanted to spark the team. Didn't exactly work, but he took a 4-minute minor, just 4 minutes killed off easily. We didn't really create anything. That was the bad part. Our power play was outside the goal, really, really shoddy, I think. But Jack Eichel takes a bad penalty. We kill off. We keep on frustrating. Nothing really happens for them. And eventually, Jonas Brodin gets a chance right in front, and that he makes no mistakes, makes a really smart shot past the legs of Linus Ullmark. We could have made it 4-0. Eric Stahl has a brilliant chance, robbed by Linus Ullmark, who makes a little bit of amends for the third goal. I think he could have done better there. Makes a lot of amends for that on the Eric Stahl chance, where he makes an absolute larceny on him. And here comes the sad part. In the second period, Matt Dumba takes a hit. What I saw was he took a hit to the knee, which didn't look so bad at the start. He played off the period. He finished his shift. He played the period, and things were okay. And then a tweet happened. Game update: Minnesota Wild defenseman Matt Dumba will not be returning to the game. Well, oh no, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again. This is exactly like last year, only somehow we're worse. So, the fact that he's injured, and I have to clarify, I didn't see anything that was particularly scary like last time. There isn't a specific place that's super easy to find when you look at it. This wasn't something that scared us too much, but seeing this update, oh, it scares you. Oh, it scares you. Because Matt Dumba last year, for those who don't know, last year when we lost Matt Dumba, that's when our season went apart. That's when I think the decision that was made started to go really bad for Paul Fenton. For instance, trading Grandin, Niederreiter, I don't think happens if Matt Dumba stays healthy, because we were clicking at that point. We had a lot of potential from the point, a lot of points from the point. We were doing really well. 30 games into the season, Minnesota played really well last year. For those who don't know, we played really well. We were definitely in the top of the standings. Then Matt Dumba gets hurt against Calgary of a fight for a tech that he made the previous game in a very, very weird way. He tore his pec muscle, I think it was, and that killed the season because Matt Dumba was such an integral part of our season, both defensively, physically, And goal scoring wise, he was such an integral part of this team. When he went down, our season started to fall. And I think in panic moves, Paul Fenton started to making trades, which we now know were really bad because he, for instance, traded Nino Niederreiter for Victor Rask. I think that's a direct response to Matt Dumba getting hurt, that we needed something else. We needed Nino to click. He was having a little bit of an off year. We were like, okay, if the defenders can't help, if we need something else on the forward side, we need some forward depth scoring. So I think what the logic was for Paul Fenton was, let's get Nino Niederreiter sent out while he is still having some value. And unfortunately, he decided to bank on Victor Rask, who for some reason he didn't scout, and there's a lot of things there that was wrong as well. The season kept derailing, and he again decided, I'm gonna have to do something to spark this team. Let's get Kevin Fiala. I like this guy. I drafted him. This is a guy I know what I can get from. Let's trade Mikael Granlund to Nashville for him, and potentially even more. Thankfully, somebody smarter in the office decided to stop that. Do I think those trades happen if Dumba stays healthy and Kuiper, for instance, also stay healthy? No. I don't think we trade those guys. I think they stay Minnesota Wild players, and I think we potentially make the playoff last year, and that would have probably changed a little bit of our fortune. But if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, I would be a millionaire. That's always been a saying that I heard. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know who said it first, but it's a saying that I always used. So you can always go, what if Dumba was, but if, yeah. Right now, he's injured like he was last year. From what I've seen, he hasn't practiced today, and I haven't seen what the extent of the injury is. Hopefully something minor where maybe it's just a week he's off, but if it's more lingering, that is a worry. Going into the third period, we have a few chances. Buffalo starting to put some pressure. Stalock is good, and eventually they get a goal for it with 3 minutes left. Well, good thing Zucker gets the empty netter later on, 40 seconds later to be sacked, and the game is done. So we get a win in a game I think was the best we played, but it's kind of overshadowed in Minnesota land because of Matt Dumba being injured and the fear that strikes and how much that meant for our season last year. Hopefully that's not bad, but if we can keep playing like this, there's some hope with this team. I think we played a really strong, structured game. Smart game, started the period really well, and from there we played it out really smartly. There was never any real doubt about the result. Even when Buffalo scored, I was like, this is not going to happen, even with that amount of time. This defensive structure was too good at that point. So good win by the boys. Hopefully Matt Dumba is okay. And then let's move on to the next one against Colorado. That's going to be a little bit tougher, I think, than Buffalo. But that is it for this one. Thank you very much. And with that, I'm ending the video. Thank you so much for watching, and click like, subscribe, what the heck else YouTube is doing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.